Try something with me right now. Sit on a sturdy chair with your feet on the floor. Place your hands in your lap. Now see if you can stand up without using your arms, without pushing on your legs, and without holding on to anything around you. Take a moment. Try it slowly and simply observe what happens. Many older adults are surprised to discover that they cannot stand without pushing off with their hands. Others lean heavily forward, use momentum, or rock their body repeatedly just to begin the movement. And some feel their knees or hips hesitate before they even attempt to rise. What you just experienced is far more than a strength test. It is a window into how well your body supports you during one of the most important functional movements of your entire life. Sitting down and standing up forms the foundation of independence. You use it to rise from a chair, get off the toilet, climb out of a car, or step out of bed. If this movement becomes difficult, everything that depends on it becomes more taxing. What concerns physical therapists is not just the difficulty itself, but what it represents inside the body. If you cannot stand up without using your hands, this does not mean you are weak, unfit, or doing something wrong. It means that certain muscles responsible for power, control, and balance are not communicating with your brain in the way they once did. The large muscles of the legs might still be relatively strong. You might walk daily, garden regularly, or lift groceries with ease. But standing up from a seated position requires a unique combination of hip power, core activation, ankle stability, and postural alignment. These systems often fade quietly over time. The decline is so gradual that many people do not realize anything has changed until the moment they try to stand without help. Walking, even daily walking, does not train the movement you just attempted. Walking is rhythmic and linear. Standing up requires a coordinated surge of power from the hips and thighs, along with rapid stabilization of the ankles and a well-timed engagement of the deep abdominal muscles. If even one part of this chain hesitates, your body reaches for the next available source of support, your hands. That is why so many seniors instinctively push themselves upright. Their legs can carry them once they are standing, but they cannot generate the force needed to rise without assistance. Today, you will learn 3 therapeutic movements designed specifically for older adults who find it difficult to stand up without using their hands. These movements retrain the body from the ground up. They restore hip power, strengthen the deep stabilizers around the knees and ankles, and teach your core to support you as you shift from sitting to standing. They are gentle, joint-friendly, and require no equipment. Over time, these movements help you feel more secure rising from chairs, improve your posture, and reduce your risk of falls during transitions. Before we continue, if you are comfortable, share your name and where you are watching from. Our senior longevity community includes people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond who are taking small steps each day to improve their movement and maintain their independence. Your contribution helps others feel less alone in their journey. And a quick but important reminder: none of this is medical advice. Please consult your physician or physical therapist before beginning a new routine, especially if you have dizziness, heart conditions, spinal issues, or any concerns about falling. Keep a stable surface nearby. Move slowly. Listen to your body with kindness and respect. Let us begin with the first movement. This exercise awakens one of the most important muscles for rising from a chair, the gluteus maximus. This muscle provides the driving force that lifts your body upward. When it weakens, the thighs try to take over the job, but they are not designed to carry the load alone. The result is a struggle, a sense of heaviness, or the need to use your hands. Start seated at the edge of your chair with your feet planted under your knees. Imagine that you are about to stand, but instead of lifting your body completely, gently press your feet into the floor and tighten your glutes for 2 or 3 seconds. Then, relax. Repeat this subtle press and release several times, feeling the connection between your feet and your hips. The goal is not to rise, but to remind your glutes how to activate in preparation for standing. This pre-activation step helps the brain recruit the correct muscles at the correct time. Many older adults have lost this neural timing, which is why they rely on their hands. You may be surprised by how quickly this small exercise increases your sense of readiness and control. Now let us move to the second exercise, which trains the transition from bamboo sitting to standing in a safe, controlled way. This movement teaches your brain and body how to shift your center of gravity without collapsing forward or relying on momentum. Stand in front of your chair with your legs about hip-width apart and the chair just barely touching the back of your knees. Slowly lower yourself halfway toward the seat, then rise again without completely sitting down. The movement should feel like a small bow combined with a gentle bend in the knees. You are teaching your body to load your hips and thighs evenly. Keep your chest lifted slightly, but allow your hips to travel backward as if you are reaching for the chair with your glutes. Then, rise with control. This exercise strengthens the exact muscles used when standing up without your hands: the glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, and deep core muscles. It also improves your balance during the crucial moment when your weight shifts forward. If halfway feels too challenging at first, perform a smaller version. Just a few inches of bending is enough. If balance concerns you, keep your fingers lightly touching the counter or the back of the chair for reassurance. Over time, as your strength and coordination improve, you'll feel less strain and more power. Eventually, you may find yourself able to stand up from your chair without using your hands at all. Now let's introduce the third movement, which strengthens the overlooked stabilizers that protect you during transitions. These stabilizers include the muscles around the ankles, deep core, and lateral hips. When these muscles are weak, standing up feels unstable and wobbly. The body instinctively braces by leaning forward or pushing with the arms, creating more reliance on the upper body instead of the legs. Stand tall beside your chair and place one hand lightly on the backrest. Lift one knee just a few inches, as if taking a slow marching step, and hold it briefly before lowering it back down. This simple action teaches your standing leg to stabilize your entire body without shifting or collapsing. Focus on keeping your torso upright. Feel the ankle, hip, and core of your standing leg respond. This movement strengthens the control needed during the moment you rise from a seat and shift your weight into your legs. Many people discover that even a few seconds of this exercise is difficult at first. They may wobble or tighten their shoulders. This wobbling is not failure. It is your nervous system processing information, adjusting, and learning. Over time, these micro-adjustments become quicker and more efficient, and the body becomes more confident. When your stabilizers strengthen, the act of standing up becomes smoother and less effortful because your body is no longer afraid of losing balance during the transition. Now that you understand each movement individually, let's talk about how they work together to improve your ability to stand without using your hands. The glute activation primes the muscles that provide your upward power. The small sit-to-stand practice retrains the full movement pattern safely and gradually. The single leg stabilization improves your balance and coordination during weight shifts. Combined, these exercises restore the sequence your body used to perform automatically: engage, shift, rise, stabilize. This is the sequence you used effortlessly in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. It is not gone. It has simply become quiet. These exercises turn up the volume again. As you continue practicing, something interesting begins to happen. Rising from your chair feels lighter. Your body feels more organized, more predictable, and more coordinated. You may even begin to stand taller because the muscles that support your posture are waking up again. Standing up without using your hands becomes possible not through force, but through alignment. Let's take a moment to revisit the original test, Sit back down in your chair. Place your hands in your lap. Plant your feet under your knees and try again. See how your body responds now. You may notice a smoother shift forward, a clearer sense of which muscles need to engage, or the ability to rise with less effort. Even small improvements indicate that your neuromuscular system is responding to this work. These movements are not just about strength. They are about confidence. When you can rise from a seat without your hands, you regain access to environments and activities that once felt intimidating. You can navigate public spaces more comfortably, move through your home with more certainty, and maintain your independence more fully. Remember, progress will not always be linear. Some days will feel strong, others will feel challenging. This is normal. The goal is not perfection, it is participation. Each time you practice these movements, you strengthen not only the muscles in your legs, but the connection between your mind and your body. Before we close, I want to acknowledge your commitment to your health. The ability to stand without using your hands is not a vanity metric. It is a measure of functional strength, independence, and long-term well-being. By working on this skill, you are investing in your future mobility, safety, and confidence. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you found these movements helpful, share your experience in the comments and tell us where you are watching from. Your voice encourages others on this journey. Subscribe to Senior Longevity for more science-informed guidance on strength, balance, and lifelong independence. Stay strong. Stay steady. Your body is capable of far more than you may think.